Hello and I've knocked that already. Sorry. Hello and welcome to Nanny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and this is episode number 32. It's the Monday the 19th of August 2024. I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that today. Oh, honestly, just lately, my vertigo is fine. That seems to have, gone okay. But on Friday, I think it was Friday, I got I got a little bit of a little insect bite on the back of my leg, behind my knee, on the top of my calf, and I couldn't really see it, but it was itching and I couldn't see it. So I asked my husband to have a look at it, and I was putting Sudocrem on it and to stop it itching. But as I was in a bit of a funny angle while he was looking at my leg, and I won't blame him, but I'm sure he just knocked me a little bit. Anyway, I went flying, fell over, and I landed on a chair under my rib, and it hurt so bad. I'm sure I've cracked a rib or pulled a really big muscle. Anyway, um, my husband went to take me to, it's our nearest hospital is called Athwen, and it's about an hour's journey away. And it's like minor injuries, but they don't do anything for cracked ribs or anything like that. She just said go home, rest, and have ibuprofen. A proper big hospital to have an X-ray is like an hour and a half mile, journey, and it was hurting too much anyway. So anyway, so, honestly, I've had so much just lately, and I just think honestly, it's one thing after another. Anyway, that's all besides the point. That's not what you're here for. So that's why I'm running a little bit late. Sorry about that. So the first thing I'll start with is hi Natasha. Um, Natasha from Hooks and Stitches is doing a 3D granny square crochet along. She had the book, and I've looked at it for a long time and thought, what lovely squares you could, you could do whole blanket. There's themes, so there's wild animals, there's under the sea, nothing there. Oh, there's under the sea. Oh, yeah, there's we've done him, sure. There's food, there's fruit, all sorts of categories. So I thought you could make up your own blankets and cushions and pillows and things. Anyway, so I bought the book so I could do the crochet along with her. And to start with, it was quite some of the flowers at the back. Um, there's a category of flowers, and some of them I've really struggled. I struggled a bit with that one. Look, just all the you got to crochet into the front loop or the back loop, and then several rows on you pick up that front or back loop, and you've got to be very careful. But I've um I've realised that the stitch marker is my best friend. So wherever I've done a back loop, I've put stitch markers in the front loop so I can find them all. It's just getting ways around whatever you think your problem's going to be. It's just finding a way to get round it, isn't it? So I'm getting round all my little things where I struggle, and I'm really, really loving each week. I'm thinking, oh, I don't mind if there's a difficult one coming because it's a challenge, isn't it? And I'm really happy that I'm managing to do them all. And plus, if we, Natasha and I, if we really get stuck, we can, we have a chat about it and we do it together. So we'll sort it out in the end anyway. So that's what's nice about it, isn't it? You don't need to struggle. There's always someone there to help, isn't there? Anyway, so last week she chooses at random, and last week was the raspberry. I absolutely love raspberries. Prefer raspberries to strawberries, I think. Anyway, that was the raspberry, and I thought, oh yeah, that looks a nice one. And That's my raspberry. Isn't that gorgeous? And even the back, look, other than that little bit of green, that's quite neat. I'm really proud of that one. Love, love. So you could do a pillow or a cushion just full of fruit, couldn't you? Because we've done an orange and we've done an apple. So that's my raspberry. Only one little thing, and this totally puts me off. It really, really doesn't anger me because it happens. People make mistakes, but I always think if you're doing a book, this book, by the way, is by Katie Moore, Shana Moore, and Celine Siman. Those three ladies. But I would have thought they'd have checked each pattern, and for mistakes. But see here, there is one little mistake. So it'll say skip 3 puff stitches, chain 2, 2 single crochet between the next pair of puffs. But you don't 2 single crochet, it's 2 double crochet, which when I'd gone round the round, the other 3 were doubles. So the one side, I realised that was wrong. But it just puts you off, doesn't it then? I think, well, what else is wrong? But you can generally find it, can't you? Anyway, absolutely loved making that one. And then where's the other one? Oh no. Where did it go? Where did that just go? Hang on a minute. I've lost a square. Oh, I'm back. I totally lost my square. Oh, thank goodness it didn't drop on the floor because I wouldn't be able to get it. I just can't bend forward or anything. Anyway, and also the unicorn. Nose looked a bit flat there. I know it's 3D, but just looked a bit strange. Anyway, that's my unicorn. Left the hair, little hair. Just nose looks a bit strange. I think that's how it was on the just see the black on the back. That's how it was on the pattern, but I don't know if it would have been better a bit stuffed, or I'm not sure. But that's how it was on there, look, as well. So anyway, that's another 2 done. So I'm happy about that. And put those in there. And she's already chosen her videos come out today, this morning, and she's already chose next week's, which are, or this week's should I say, this week's are page 14, early on, 12, 13, page 14 is the fried egg. That looks straightforward. Easy enough. They also give you charts as well, look there. And but you see how I've said this every week, but do you see how really close together and faint? This was one of the reviews when I looked on Amazon before buying it. A lot of the reviews said the writing is very small and it's quite faint, but it's all crammed up there. But then you see there's all this space here. They could have just spaced it out a bit more. Anyway, doesn't matter, I can just get through it. So that's the fried egg. That looks a nice one to do. Where's my sticker? Put my sticker in there. And the next one is on page 79. 76, 77. Oh, a little bit more tricky. That's the succulent. And there's the chart again. And it shows you that bit in the middle. So that'll be a lot of either back loops or front loops. And yeah, but 9 rows. So the square is 9 rows. And then the succulent, see the bit in the middle, it says join colour 23, which is a greeny colour, to any single crochet in the outer edge of round 1 square. So you do the square, but then this little bit in the middle, you're picking up. So that's where it's a bit challenging, but really looking forward to doing that. I thought I'd, you'd think doing two. We do two a week, just because there's 100, just to take less time to do them, and you'd think you'd get a little bit fed up somehow. But every week I'm thinking, oh, what's going to be the next one, and I'm really looking forward to doing all of them. That'll just be such an achievement. So if you want to see Natasha's, if you pop over to Hooks and Stitches, and she'll tell you all about the crochet along. So that's that done. And that was the raspberry and the unicorn was week 16, number 31 and 32. So this week now, it's week 17, and we'll be doing square 33 and 34. So we're cracking along with those. And it's, if you pop in, what is it? Hooks. It's, where are we? Hashtag Hooks and Stitches 3D Cal 2024. That's that. And then the other crochet along squares, just having a square crochet square few months, I think. Also Jenny, hi Jenny, from In My Spare Time, has just started a crochet along. It's hashtag A Year of Granny Squares Cal, and we're on we've done week 1. That was beautiful, the kite. We've done week 2, which was, let me tell you what they are. This is the book, A Year of the Granny Square, A Year of Granny Squares, and it's a lovely book by Kylie Maletta. And I think if anybody wants to join in, it's still early, so some people have just ordered the book, so they'll catch up. So number 1 was the spring kite. That was that one. And then number 2 is the first bloom. That's beautiful. Love that. First bloom. And then this number 3 is rose hip. Whoops. And that's my square. Rose hip. It's lovely, isn't it? Rose hip. So love doing that one. And then you have to read through, and you're doing front posts and 3 US terms, 3 double crochet bobble, 2 double crochet bobble, treble 2 together, things like that. Anyway, next week we've got the Aquilegia. That's beautiful as well, isn't it? They're all such lovely squares, and it shows you combinations. So this is the one we've already done, how they mix and match together. And then there is projects projects as well that you can make with your different squares. Oh, look at that, that's nice. Hedgerow berries shawl. So look at that, isn't that lovely when you do the squares for that pattern? So there's a few patterns in the back. So we're on this week's going to be number 4. So I'm looking forward to doing that as well. That's with Jenny. So that's that. And before I get onto the donut cow, A little thing I did. Do you remember last week I told you I'd made my little teapot and my little cup? These were just magazines that I'd had, and the yarn was already in there, and the patterns, crochet and knitting, and I've had them quite a while, since 2019, I think this was. And anyway, I thought what I'd do, I'm going to get a little corner shelf or something, and because I do like a pot of tea and a cup, and well, I don't have a cup and saucer, but well, I do some. No, do I have a cup and saucer? No, I don't have a cup and saucer, but I'm probably going to buy a cup and saucer because I think I love pouring tea and having a milk jug and things. Anyway, um, so I'm going to look for a placemat probably and use it as the tray, or a circular mat of some sort, so that I can put my little set on. And then I was thinking, well, it's my birthday on Wednesday. I'll be 62 on Wednesday. So I thought I'm going to make myself a little cake. So here's my little cake. This foil was from Mr. Kipling, Little mini Bakewells actually. So little Bakewell tart. Look, I like Bakewells. I have got a Battenberg pattern somewhere, and I just couldn't find where it was. But Battenberg's my favourite. But I like Cherry Bakewell as well. So that's my Cherry Bakewell, and I thought I'd squash that in somehow. So it's my little Cherry Bakewell. Now this was it was a free pattern, but I'd looked at so many sites I can't really remember. But this is the pattern, mini Cherry Bakewell, and it might have been Lovecraft's. I think it was. Ow. I think it was Lovecraft's. But what it tells you to do when you're stuffing it, it tells you, instead of using fibre fill, cut little, the what do you call it? But if you're doing quilting, what do you call it? Have a look and it'll tell you. It's wadding. Do you call it wadding? Is that what they called it? Yeah, I'm sure they called it wadding. Hang on, it tells you here. Stuffing tip: instead of regular toy stuffing, you could use quilt padding, cut into small circles and layered to fill your pastry. This will give really straight edges and a beautiful flat ice top. So yeah, it was like little circles of wadding. But what I did, because I hadn't got that to hand, I just stuffed it with a little bit of your little ends, little bits that you cut off. I filled it with those, and then I cut a little bit of cardboard and just pressed it on top. So it's flattish, but it just made that. There's cardboard under there, just so it made it flat. But the sides were quite flat, and there's not much stuffing in it. But I put cardboard to cute a little cake. Go with my little teapot. Look, I'm glad it was small. Mind it's big. It's nearly as big as me cup. Look. Oh, never mind. It's not the size of things, is it? Oh, it's just for display. So I love my little cake. So I might try and do a little plate, and then do a few little cakes. So yeah, I thought to myself, that'll be my birthday cake for Wednesday. Oh, 62, honestly. I was born in 1962, so I'll be 62. I don't know. Might I feel it with vertigo and broken or bruised ribs, honestly. Anyway, so talked about my little Bakewell, and again, before I do my donuts, and it's another crochet along, and I just had to join this one because Litsa, hi Litsa from Coco's Crochet, she's already done a cowl at the beginning of the year, but then I'm so grateful that she put this one on as well, because I just, whatever crochet alongs Litsa does, they're just really lovely to do. I just, all of her cals so far, I've participated, and I just think they're absolutely lovely. Well, what she's doing, it's hashtag crochet through the decades 2024. And because she started in August, September, October, and November, so it's just 4 months. August, we've got the 50s, September, the 60s, October, the 70s, and November, the 80s. And you just, for that whole month, you've got a month to do your project, and you do something related to the 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s, whichever month you're doing. And I thought, I researched and Googled, and there was all sorts of things. And I remember as a child having this and having so much fun. And it was Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head was what the game was called. And this was a paid for pattern from Etsy. And the designer is Tatiana Kostochenkova. Kostochenkova. But the pattern was really, really easy to follow. He's got wire. He put wire in his feet. I did do that because the wire goes through his body. Just and to make sure he's not too top heavy, because obviously it's a potato. It looked. There's the picture for the feet. Just want to show you there. You see what you did there? You just had the wire, look, covered it in tape, and you put it in the bottom of the foot, and then you got the two and then joined them together to go through the body. Because let me just see my notes. This I made this represent the 50s because the creator of this Mr. Potato Head was George Lerner, and Hasbro purchased the rights off him in the early 50s in 1953. So 1953. Oh, and that's my Mr. Potato Head. Do you love it? You should have put, you could have put wire in his hands and his arms, but thank God it was enough. So he stands up. You had to put plastic. I cut up hard plastic and put in the bottom of the feet, so he stands up lovely. And his ears were quite big and sticky out. I didn't sew his hat on because I just thought I'm not gifting it to anybody because there's wire in the middle, and although it's covered in the insulating tape, it's not safe. So I just thought I'd keep an eye on me while I'm crocheting in here. So I've sent my picture to Litsa, entered him for the 1950s, because I'm going to do amigurumis. I've got an idea for the 60s, so look out for that in September. But isn't he lovely? I absolutely loved making him. It was quite, although this is all, single crochet and takes a while, but he did do quite quick, really. Did it all in Stylecraft Special DK. There was white, I think this was stone, turquoise, not clementine, Jaffa or something, and black and white. But hello, hey, I'm so happy. Anyway, that's absolutely love him because he can sit there and keep his eye on me. So he does stand up. So that was the pattern. It was paid for pattern, but I put it in my basket. I don't know if it was £4 or £5, but it was in my basket a couple of days, and then it dropped down to £2 something. So it the pattern was reasonable in the end anyway, but I really wanted to make him. So that's that. I've told you about hashtag crochet through the decades 2024, and like I said, you, if it's getting on a bit for August now, but if you've got something small, you could enter it. So if you go to Litsa's channel, and she's got a video all about it, crochet through the decades, and she'll explain it all to you. But yeah, really loving that one. And it's funny researching as well. It's finding out things that, a bit of history when you're researching what happened and what toys came out, and all the 60s, the moon landings and all that sort of thing. So it's really interesting. So I spoke about that. So I think it's just time for Crochet Donut Buddies Crochet Along. And this is by Rachel Zane. It's a lovely book. I've had it quite a while and done odd one or two things, but I thought it'd be nice to just work through and get them all done. And so I'll just have a very quick recap for any new subscribers. I've had a lot of new subscribers. Welcome. Sorry, I should have said that at the beginning. Welcome to my channel. All the donuts have a basic it's a donut. It's a basic donut pattern at the front, and some are doing it in that donut colour, and others you can do them any colour, it doesn't matter. But anyway, that's the basic donut pattern, and then you also do the icing, which is the basic donut pattern until you get to round 5, and then it fits on, you see, and you do drips. Just row 6, row 7 or 8 is the drips, and then you sew it on. And that's, if you want to do just a donut, you just add little sprinkles. That's your donut. But as you work through the book, just for example, I'm going to show you the cow. This is the difficulty rating, so this is a 2 out of 5. This is so it's not too difficult. And there's the cow, look. That's the side view, so you can see the donut underneath. So for example, it'll say donut. Follow the basic donut pattern, which is in the front of the book, to create the donut base in parchment. So that's like, like this sort of creamy beigey sort of colour. And then the icing is in white. So then this is this bit. You do the icing, and then you sew the icing onto the donut, and then you add these bits. Then you go on to the ears, horns, snout, eyes, cow patches and things like that. So that's how the book works. And last week I draw at random, so it's more exciting, so you don't know what's coming. So last week was the crab, and this was a 2 difficulty rating. It was easy enough, but look at those little legs, look how small. And the legs use a 3mm hook and 4 single crochets into the ring. 4 single crochets. I thought, no, can't do it. I really can't do it. I suppose I can if I really try, but it'll take me too long and life's too short. So I did 6 single crochets. Cheated, sorry, but my little crab's got thicker legs. He's been eating a bit more. He's been overeating, so his little legs are a bit thicker. So that's what I did. And I used shrimp. I always use Starcraft Special DK. I used shrimp for the icing. Oh, that wasn't Starcraft. This is New Fashion. This is from the Little Wool Shop online. It doesn't tell you a colour, it just says shade 214, but it's something like apricot. So that was the base. And then the little flower I just did in new fashion again in the blue, or turquoise that was called. Right, so here's my little crab. Yeah, his legs I had to do in 6. I just couldn't. The thought of doing 4 single crochets. No, that's a little starfish. I did his little. I didn't do him a little smile. I did him a little like that, but I'm not sure why. Like he's having a bad day, but he's cute anyway. I like. They're all going to be. I didn't use safety eyes because they're all going to be for little children, but I just love the idea of little children just being able to hold on to that, or little babies, and just carry them about. So that's my little crab. And also I have some, like I said, with the 3D squares, Natasha from Hooks and Stitches, she's also done a crab. If you pop to her channel, you'll see. And this is from the lovely Mary. Look at that lovely little smile. I should have done mine with a smile. And look at the stone. Actually looks like he's on the beach. He looks happy amongst the shells and the stones. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she used clementine and I forgot the other colour. But isn't that gorgeous? You've done the eyes lovely, Mary. Absolutely lovely. Love the eyes. I'm still trying to find new ways of doing the eyes. It's trying to find my own little way. But yeah, isn't that gorgeous? Thank you very much. And then Litsa from Coco's Crochet. Look at the hers. Look at the purple. Purple's her favourite colour, so, and she said this is her favourite one so far to do. She's using goggly eyes to use them up, and it's gorgeous. I love the purple. It does look purple. And she's used the Spot Saver 10 ply, and she's used, oh, the light's shining. She's used a 4mm hook on the donut, a 3.5 hook on the legs, and a 3mm on the starfish. That's absolutely gorgeous. See, even though it's a crab and in those colours, it just looks gorgeous. I think whatever colour you do, whether you're traditional and copying the book, or whether you do, there's Mary's again, and Litsa's, absolutely gorgeous. I think they're lovely little toys to make. I know both ladies are enjoying making them, but there's one that we're dreading, so hopefully that won't be coming out. Right. Well, it's time to draw. It's time to draw out of my big bag of balls. I shall have to make some more of these bags. I keep saying that, but I found a lot of fabric the other day. It was down. Oh, and I always do that. I open it wide, and there's no need for that. No need for that whatsoever. Only got a small. Well, no, I've got a large hand, but put my hand in, and let's hope and pray it's not that long-legged, several-legged spider. Oh, right, here we go. This is our next, is the frog. And the frog is on page 76. The frog. 76. Can't remember what he's like. 74. And the frog is on, oh, that's a three donuts, which means it's a little bit more difficult than last week. But we've got the basic donut pattern, 2 little eyes, 2 legs, feet, 2 arms and hands. So follow the basic donut pattern to create the donut base in apple green and the icing in grass green, omitting the sprinkles. The legs and toes, it's 8 single crochet to start the legs, so that's not too bad. And the arms and fingers, you're starting with a 6 single crochet, so that's not too bad. That's the little frog. The one I was talking about is this next page. Look how thin those legs look. Not 100%. Oh, they're 6 single crochet. They're not, but might not be too bad. Anyway, I've just got to tackle. Well, I'm just got to tackle them, and he's quite cute, isn't he, little froggy? So that's next week's. Is the little frog. Let me put my little sticky note in there so I know where to find him. And that's it. That's all my projects for this week. I've been doing a bit on my Whip Wednesday projects as well, so come back Wednesday for those. Yeah, I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, and creeping up. When I get to 1,000, I'm going to have a giveaway, so it's creeping up ever so. I don't tend to look every day or every several days. I tend to notice my subscribers, and all of a sudden it's jumped up quite a few. So I think in the last 2 weeks I've had 24 new subscribers, so welcome. Hope you stick around, and got lots of crochet coming your way. And it's tipping it down to rain today. As I say, I might do an episode and sit outside, but every time I think I'm going to do that, it's a rainy day. So no birds whistling, no nothing going on, just wet and horrible and like a November day. So take care, everybody. I'll be back Wednesday. Like I said, it's my birthday on Wednesday, so that's exciting. So look after yourself, and whatever you're doing, whoever you do it with, love each other, take care. Everybody's precious, so be kind and spread love and happiness. Love you all. See you Wednesday. Bye.